On today's So Thrive, we explore how many doctors these days approach getting to the root cause of wellness to heal and enhance our lives. Get ready to be inspired. I love this conversation. I am in Tampa, Florida. I'm so excited to have this conversation with the gorgeous Dr. Suarez. I love when women are in their zone of genius. You're a female founder and you are a doctor. We're about the same age, we have found out. So going through a lot of the same symptoms. But I want to kick it off with something you said that was so interesting. I've never heard this. I've heard quality of life, but you said, I'm all about the quality and quantity of life. What does that really mean?
Of course. I mean, I think we all want to live a long life, right? We all want to be here to see our children, to raise our grandchildren. I mean, it's what we live for, I think, as women. Even as business women, we really have to juggle a lot of hats. But on the journey of getting that quantity, I want to make sure that I don't lack in that quality, right? Feeling great every single day, whether that means in the aesthetic world, feeling better and how I look about myself, to the hormone world, how I get up and feel like I'm still 30. Those are the things I really want to incorporate for the rest of my life, as long as I can be on this planet.
Going to the aesthetics, you're gorgeous. Obviously, you walk your talk. So as a doctor, what exact kind of doctor are you?
So actually, originally I started as a pediatric physician, and then I did emergency medicine for 7 years. And then I did the urgent care, and then I just fell in love with this world. I really fell in love with the concept of making people feel better and look better. And so I went into the aesthetic field now about 17 years and redid my fellowship in both anti-aging and metabolic medicine. And that's where I think my eyes really opened as a physician, not to look at just a textbook and that gray zone, but really look at every time of parameter to make us feel and look better. So it's really been a blessing for me to be in this field.
To be a woman 17 years ago in the world of aesthetic, you got in right at the exact perfect time, didn't you?
I remember being 30 and thinking, okay, I have some wrinkles. I was really stressed at the time. I was an ER physician. I just had my second baby, and here I am. I was a single mom, so I had 2 little babies as a single mom, working the ER, totally stressed, looking like I was very stressed and not feeling like I loved the way I looked anymore. And so I started doing some Botox. I started doing fillers. Fillers have probably been my favorite thing, and I think it's really changed.
You don't look like you have any fillers.
Oh, I have fillers, lots of fillers everywhere, and I think it's okay. I think about...
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I'm a firm believer.
You know, we get cute new shoes and we get a cute new purse, anything to make us feel better. I think I want a cute little face, right, to walk down the street. And it's kind of a running joke. My son always tells me that mommy puts poison in her face to look young, and I'm like, I do. It's my favorite thing. And it becomes a fun thing. He loves telling people my age, and I'm okay with it. I think every single day we should love telling people our age.
I agree. I celebrated a big birthday, and I think I talked about it for 6 months just to get myself used to the number. But it was a celebration. It really was a celebration. So when you're thinking about 30, I know why I got it. You used to have a really high forehead. I call it a 5 head. And so when I started working in television, you would see all the wrinkles, and Botox was just coming on the scene. And so what do you think when women at a healthy age, you were talking about this heavy schedule, stress, babies, you start looking tired and they start thinking, I don't like what I see.
I agree. I think there's a whole big change. We have now a big change for prophylaxis, right? We're going to prevent these wrinkles from starting. So we have a lot younger age right now coming in and doing little bits, and they only have to do half the dose, but they're actually softening that look. So by the time they get to our age, they're not going to really require a lot because they've looked amazing this entire time. But whether, it's to make you feel a little bit better, whether it's prevention, I just feel that people just need to feel better. Whichever way they want to go there, and not judge anybody else about going down that pathway.
I agree 1,000%. It's like, do you, boo. You know what I mean? Like, do what makes you feel good. And sometimes I always want people to, women especially, to look at the inner, like what's going on internally. But sometimes it takes the external from the outside in, getting the new shoes, getting a little Botox, getting a facial, things like that. And then you work with the spirituality and the outer. Do you believe in that? Do you think mindset, spirituality goes along with the outer beauty?
Oh, I absolutely believe. I believe it's internal, external, spiritual. It's all combined. We need to improve ourselves in every facet that we can potentially do to feel our very best. And I used to have this little running joke with my patients. I used to tell them when they come in, it's really easy for me to make you look pretty on the outside aesthetically, but it was much harder for me to make you feel your inside as good as I'm going to make you feel on the outside. So how am I going to go about that? And I would sit down and talk to them about stress and their cortisol levels and their thyroid and their hormones, and what do we need to do to get you to that playground of feeling your very, very best. And it just opened up lots of doors for me because I loved it. And I think my patients see that, they feel better, and it just became this whole conversation piece that never ended.
You're life coaching them as well, and I think that that's when you really empower your patients. They walk out the door and they might have the pep in their step and their wrinkles, or they've got a lift, but they also have a lift in their spirit, and they have some tools to go, because stress right now is through the roof.
Terrible. Coach, it's interesting. My patients, I think, teach me as much as I teach them, right? I think we have to learn from each other in this world, and it's such a difficult world to be in. And I always have this saying that, God didn't say life had to be easy. So we have to walk the walk that we need to walk to get there. And it's been really challenging year for me this year. And I had to come out and tell my patients that I had breast cancer. And the amount of warmth and support that I had from my family, my friends, and my patients really improved my journey this year. And it's been just almost like a godsend put me here to help other women.